Hi, Luke Hawkins here, the creator of Neurotransformation Therapy. In this video, I'm going to share some feedback and tips about what this girl is sharing. And if you want to book a discovery call with me where you can heal your trauma from your past relationships and get clarity on those relationships, then just click on the link below and you can apply for a discovery call with me.
Men live much more difficult lives than women, right? Women live a little easier, have an easier route. But men are the ones who create that easy route for women. Men are the reason we're able to live. So how does a woman make a man's life easier? That's the question. That's the discussion. Let's talk about it. Catering to a man starts with acknowledging his hard work. Acknowledge what he does for you and for himself. Because let me remind you, growing up as a man is a choice. You can be a 40-year-old boy.
That's so true, is that some men, they never grow up into becoming men. They just stay as unhealed boys, and boys that are asleep to their own masculinity, their own power, their own ambition, and any of the great traits about true masculinity have never been awakened in some men because they have chosen to stay as boys. So if you meet a man who is actually awakened in his masculinity, then you've got something really special to hold on to and acknowledge and appreciate.
You could literally be so immature. You can choose to not grow up as a man because your hormones, they're not like women's hormones. Women, once we get our period, we're women, okay? That's why they say we grow up faster, right? A man can be a little boy still. So choosing to work hard is a choice. That is a choice as a man. So acknowledging that, it makes his life a little easier. You know, he's able to feel recognized. He's able to have an end goal, something to be proud of, something to motivate him.
Something important about this is men who are appreciated by women and acknowledged by women for their hard work and what they do for their woman, it actually motivates them to want to do more for women. And it makes them feel like they want to take care of you, protect you, and provide for you because they feel very special to you when they're being acknowledged and appreciated by you.
Motivate him, you know? Men have harder lives. Not all by choice, but a man chooses to be a man. And if your man is choosing to be a man, choosing to be hardworking, disciplined, have goals in life, acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. Just like how a man acknowledges how beautiful you are, acknowledge his hard work. That is the simplest way to make a man's life easier. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgements. He needs an applause every so often, a pat on the back.
It seems so simple, but it gets missed so much by women, and they take it for granted if a man is successful or if he's built a good career. And they think that there's everybody out there, every man out there is like this because probably they're not seeing the guy that works at Starbucks or the guy that works at a service station or in the supermarket. They're not even noticing these men. And so they think that every man out there is like the ones that they meet, when the truth is they're just deleting all of those possibilities from their life and they're only attracting those high quality, high value men. And so they think it's more common than what it actually is. And that's where women fall into the trap of not appreciating men enough.
Say something to him. It doesn't have to always be physical. It doesn't have to be, through love. It could be through friendship as well. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge any man that works hard, because his life is not easy choosing to work hard. It's not. And he's making your life easier choosing to work hard. Choosing to be a man, he's making your life easier. Because you don't have to choose to be a man. You don't have to choose to work hard. You're a woman. It is 1000% in your hands as a woman. But the thing is, we are not as consistent as men. Why don't we give them that fruit? Why don't we give men the fruit of being consistent? That is the most acquired trait that you can have as a person is to be consistent and disciplined and do it every day and show up. That's what men do best. They show up. They are consistent. Women, we're not as consistent. Be honest with yourself. Come on. You're not as consistent as a man. You're never going to be, because a man and a woman are different. We're different. And that's beautiful. It's okay. It's okay to not be like a man. Just like how it's okay for a man not to be like a woman. But let's not talk about that. We're talking about catering to a man, right? We're talking about how to make a man's life easier. Another thing that makes a man's life easier is for him not to stress about the dumb crap. You know, he's got everything else handled. You know, he's got the main majority. He's got the bills paid. He's got everything situated. But for him to come home and have him stress about what he's going to eat for dinner. Girl, we can come home from work and make dinner, okay? You can come home from work and make dinner for your man. Or, you know, like you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not this housewife. If you don't want to be a housewife, so be it. But if you want to make your man's life easier, make him dinner. Make him dinner. Make him food. Make him breakfast, lunch, dinner. Surprise him. You know, even like buying him lunch, buying him dinner, doing things that are not plans. You know, surprise him. If you plan it out, he won't want you to do it. Okay, that is the beauty of men.
Yeah, if you plan something in advance for the man, he doesn't want to put you out or put extra pressure on you, and so he probably won't feel as good receiving that. So if you do want to do something for your man, it's much better to surprise him where it is out of the blue, because then he's not going to feel guilty about receiving it. He's just going to know it's something you did from your heart that you wanted to do, and you've surprised him, and it adds so much extra value to whatever that surprise is.